All right, ladies and gentlemen, if I look a little woozy, it's from the roller coaster ride of the Dow today. Way down, then recovered, then way down. It's just it's getting a little scary. But Larry Kudlow, CNBC senior contributor, host of the Larry Kudlow Show on Cumulus Radio, is here to reassure us all, but also to talk about the candidates and what he sees as a glaring, I guess, deficiency. Hello, Larry.
Hello, Steve.
All right, so let's start with your soothing words to me before we started off there. You're saying calm down, don't panic.
Yeah, I really am. I would stay calm. I would avoid panic selling. You've had a lot of automatic trading moves. Also, August is always a very difficult month. But look, try to take a long-term view. Let me just say unequivocally right now, there is no catastrophe. There is no banking system collapse. In fact, I would argue there is not even a recession in sight, at least for a couple more years. And those are basic bad things. I don't see it. A lot of this has come out of China, and China is going to be growing more slowly, and the communist central planning is actually hurting China. So I get that, and you might want to avoid China. I think the Federal Reserve here is not going to raise rates. Eventually they will next year. But right now, here's the key point. Commodity prices are pretty much falling across the board. That's a sign of weakness. The American economy is sloppy. Profits are rising, but slowly. The Fed should get out of the way. There'll be a time for them to raise rates, but this is not the time.
No, I mean, I would be flabbergasted, along with the rest of the world, I think, if they raised rates in September, coming off of this and with China the way it is. But let's talk about, and we had Ben Carson on before, and he weighed in a little bit at the end of the interview on this what's going on Wall Street in China. But you wrote a piece about how the Fed is right, Trump is wrong. But you believe that the front runners, both Hillary and I guess Donald Trump, are not pro-growth enough, correct?
That's right. And look, I don't know if there's a direct impact or not, but I think they're not helpful. Look, you got one guy, Bernie Sanders, who wants to raise the income tax to 90%, okay? Then you got Hillary, who wants to double the capital gains tax, okay? I can't think of anything stupider, all right? All this unhelpful anti-growth. On the other side, Donald Trump, who appears to be the front runner, although he has very high negatives. Look, Trump is talking about a trade war with China and Japan and with Mexico. Trump is talking about devaluing the dollar substantially and then deporting 11 million illegal immigrants. None of that, in my opinion, is helpful. None of that is pro-growth. None of that is free market supply-side reform. So I'm just saying the political backdrop, I know it's early, the political backdrop is not healthy for our stock market.
So what would you say? Would you say they're wrong, or would you say they're...
Yes, I would say they're wrong, completely. What we need is free market supply-side reforms, okay? We need to slash, or even better, eliminate, abolish the entire U.S. corporate tax. Just abolish the corporate tax. And then we need flat tax reform for the personal tax. We need to roll back these regulations. We need to eliminate Obamacare. And we need to stabilize the U.S. dollar. These are classic economic growth prescriptions. They worked in the 60s. They worked in the 80s. They worked in the 90s. Look, some of the Republicans have pro-growth policies. I don't want to throw a blanket over this. Some of the Republicans have pretty good tax reform. But right now, the biggest voice, which is Mr. Trump, is really throwing up anti-growth. I guess yesterday he talked about raising taxes on hedge fund people. I don't know what that means, but it sounds, again, very unhelpful.
All right, let me ask you about this this market thing again and what's going on in China. You talk about a correction. Is a correction usually happen based on outside? For instance, is this correction happening because of what's happening in China? And if we go to bed and wake up again tomorrow and we see that China lost 8% more, is the Dow going to open 1,000 points down again?
Well, I don't, my crystal ball is not that good.
You know what I mean, though, yeah.
But look, at some point, you will have, the correction will come to an end. As I say, there's no catastrophe, and there's no collapse of the banking system, and in fact, there's not even a recession here in the USA. Couple quick things. When the Fed's minutes came out last week.
Right.
I believe it was Wednesday. A lot of people read into that they won't raise the target rate because the economy is softer than they thought, and we're suffering from disinflation or deflation.
Right.
Now, there's a lot of truth to that. That's why I have written for months, Fed, don't move. But I think that shook up the market. And the numbers in China are coming out very badly. Car sales, retail sales, manufacturing. I think that shook up the market as well. But again, corrections can be very healthy. And I want to emphasize that, and I'm hoping people will take a longer-term view.
Well, I'll tell you what, if the amount of Tums you take, if it increases with your healthiness, then I'm a real healthy guy right now.
Stay the course. Stay the course. Look, let me just come back.
Oh, we only got 30 seconds. Go ahead.
30 seconds, all right? Even though I think the front runners in the presidential race are anti-growth, I think there are a lot of candidates who are pro-growth.
Larry, I hear you. Got to go. Always great to talk to you. The great Larry Kudlow, ladies and gentlemen. Can't wait to the next time we hook up with him. Okay, folks, the Malzberg panel's next. But first, Donald Trump, that's all we talk about because he's leading the polls, as you know. And that cap, everybody wants one with that Make America Great Again slogan. Now you can get your very own Make America Great Again cap. It's a $25 value. It's free with this offer. Just pay shipping and handling. Go to newsmax.com/TrumpCap or call 1-800-933-8396. That's newsmax.com/TrumpCap. Get your cap today.